Start the shafter. Like this. No. Yeah. It depends. Play with the right. No, not really. Because you turn. It's okay. It's because you turn. No. Start that way. You can try. This one is longer. You want longer or shorter? Okay. If you feel it. You look about the same, but okay. You know it? First time. Okay. So he kind of not be lazy, but he can resist. He can resist forward movement. So you play with the balance, you stay calm, you stay tonic, and you gradually bring him to move without having to push too hard, because if you start to push too hard, he's going to resist you. He's going to break more and more. Okay? And he's pretty massive, therefore he can easily resist the movement. So let's see how you are doing together. Okay. Now, on the way you sit, the deep seat saddle, like that, saddle with a big tanker, are very bad. They make you push against it. Okay? And that is a problem, because the force created by the handle, you start to push there. And when the leg is more forward, it's a decelerating phase. And then at the peak vertical, which is pretty much where is the hand like there, then you push. Therefore, the force comes in your seat from there, like that. Okay? If you do vector analysis, the force going this way is more vertical than horizontal. Okay? The vertical force, if you are standing above the seat bone, the vertical component of the stride, you don't have to absorb it, you are sitting on the horse. So you can be like that, that's your back. You can be like that and the horse move, and you don't absorb it, and you move with the horse. Or you can absorb it. Why border? You are sitting on the horse. The horizontal component. Okay? So the vector goes like that, vertical component, horizontal. The horizontal component, you have to absorb it. The horizontal component comes in your back, and you have to move your back to absorb it. When they start to move bigger, it becomes difficult. If we try to absorb the vertical and the horizontal, you have to move a lot. Then you create a problem, because his back cannot move too much. So if the legs make you move a lot, you move more than him, and then he will have to resist. The problem with the saddle who go high is that they convert the thrust created by the hand leg, because the shape, into horizontal force, and they force you to move too much. Yeah. They force you to do that. So those saddles have been conceived to allow people to enter the show ring before they can ride, but it becomes a problem when you learn to ride. Okay? However, you can ride in every saddle. What you do, don't touch the back. So place yourself more over the seat bone there. So your glute will touch the saddle, but it's a different there, where you use the back of the saddle. There, you don't. You see, you need to be here, because as you are here, the vertical force is going to be a vertical force. As you are here, the vertical force is going to be an horizontal force, and you will have, you see, you will have to move too much. I had a horse at home. Huge mover. Big. It's the one on the video who does the medium trot in hand. San Diego. Big mover. And he was a Grand Prix rider who came and she said, "Can I ride a horse?" I said, "Yes, but if you ride the way you do, you are not going to stay on the saddle." She was vexed. A Grand Prix rider. Okay. So she rided. He literally ejected. I said, "It's not possible, I can't believe it, I tell you." He moved so high that if you are not exactly over the seat bone, you can take it. But if you are over the seat bone, it's a piece of cake. You are like that, opening your newspaper. It's a piece of cake, but you have to be in balance. And that's the trick. So you use your glute, your upper thigh, to keep your weight on your seat bone. And you know that every time you create an acceleration, you will tend to fall back. The forelegs will push you down. Therefore, you constantly have to work. Your seat bone are just 2 points, not stable. You have the glute behind, there, and your upper thigh. And the seat bone, the back move you like that. And then when the back does that, the glute resists. And when the back does that, the thigh resists. The glute, the thigh, and you stabilize yourself above the seat bone. Yes, sir? And now you do it. And then to do it, the woman tend to laugh. Here. So you keep some tone between your psoas, abdominal, transversal spinalis in your back. And then this part, that's called ASIS. You move that forward from me, from the cervico-thoracic junction. So it's a place of your cervical vertebra and thoracic. You are not going to feel much movement. But if you are a little bit here, you will not capable to do it. If you are just there, it's just cervico-thoracic. So we think we open the chest, not really. It's a cervico-thoracic junction. Okay? So the stability here and that is going to keep you standing over the seat. Then to collecting, you start with a calf, so you have your calf there. So this part here, you don't need it. The vertebrae are there. Therefore, this part of your thigh inside, hug the vertebra. This part here, you cannot care less, that the ribs, no effect. This part here, control the croup. So in order to have your calf on contact without effort, you cannot squeeze the knee. Okay? Either you are there, don't touch the rope. Either you are there, don't touch the knee. Where they are, doesn't matter, they don't squeeze. Oh, that's too much. But then you open the tie. There was a guy, Colonel de Bourgard, a headache period somewhere. He was holding a gun. We were making fun of him. He was an awfully nice guy, wonderful guy. And he was walking like that. Let me tell you, bon colonel. No wonder why you run like that. So you keep the feet parallel. Now, the way you are going to collect it. You put your calf, okay? You put pressure, not a lot. No, less, release, and let go. Really, that's too much tension. Now, stay vertical, and now put pressure on my hand. A little bit more. Pressure this way, like that, like that. And then less, and then more, and then less. You see, you change the pressure. It's all you do. Here, he had so much sensitivity. You have more sensitivity in the skin than you have in your calf. In fact, you have more sensitivity here than you are here, on the tip of your finger. We are pretty sensitive there. You have more sensitivity here than we have here. Therefore, when the legs move, we panic them. We create too much stimulus. So much that they shut off. They can't deal with that. Therefore, their survival is, oh, don't listen. They have to do that for survival. So you keep the legs there, and he's not an angel, okay, he will resist. So the whip is there to say, hey. So you put pressure with the calf, and if you don't respond, you say, hey, that's the whip. If you have to say, hey, do it. But the first reaction is, come on. It's better, because if I want your attention, I do that. And I get your attention. I can also do that. What is your first reflex? And that's what they do. So try first gentle, and if he pushes the issue, you kick his butt, he's a man. Once in a while you have to do it, even if you don't know why. There is a good reason. Once you put the calf, the hands stay there, and very like in super slow motion, you do that. You do that. And in the process of doing that, he's going to fall. And then at one moment, he's not going to. And then you are going to feel that. You correct that. You tell him, no way, control the left shoulder, right shoulder, with your upper body and your thigh. And then, once he's in line, you continue the process. So the collection is a very, very gradual, very slow process of your body. And as you start to lift, if you stop, stay there. Don't continue. Stay where you are. Fix wide, not straight, too low on the point. And then keep going. Once you reach a certain level of lift, you are not going to go further by using more your back. Okay, the dialogue is done, the dialogue is established. But you need to refine the straightness. You need to narrow the corridor, because they don't lift like that, they lift like that, and then like that, and then like that, and then like that. Therefore, the more they move, the less they lift. So you narrow the corridor. As you narrow the corridor, you might feel an insistence to put the group right, for example, or left. Then you correct it with your legs and replacing the shoulder. Okay, so we are going to start the collection process, and it's a dialogue. As soon as you start to respond to your back, you engage a conversation where basically he's going to tell you, right now, that's what I think. Okay? And then you know what you want to create. And therefore, you figure what you need to change at this moment to bring in where you want. I always use the quote Vincent van Gogh, the paint. He say, I dream my painting, and then I paint my dream. That's what you are going to do. You have in mind what you want to create. And then he's going to react. Intuitive, impulsive, emotional. I say, skill. You are going to talk. Pum, 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 pum. But it's going to happen so fast that you don't have the time to rationalize. You have in mind what you want to create, and intuitively, at this moment, do that. Very fast. It's going to do 20 reactions per second. Your feedback is 0.8 of a second. Therefore, your feedback is too slow. So you react intuitively. Okay? To try to bring it to where you want. Okay? It's easy. It's clear? Just do it. But let's go. You go to the right. You place the pole to the right. Be careful. Don't put your weight on the back of the saddle. Okay? I can put a nail if you want. I will remind you.
Sorry,
Stay exactly above the sit bone. Now, once your body is absolutely neutral, which is pretty good there, then your body weight have no effect. Front to back, back to front. Which is the best thing you can do with your body weight. The body weight always have a negative effect or no effect. So you become neutral. When you are in neutral balance, you can concentrate on your nuance in muscle tone. So all the gesture we explain is simply because it's the only way we can explain nuance in muscle tone. So you go straight, because you know it's going to zigzag, the whip across your thigh, and then balance the whip, like that. Otherwise you will contract your forearm. When your whip is there, if you want to touch it,